And welcome back to the second match of the night. Sorry, the second series of the night. The first match of the first set tonight. It will be Bandz versus Requiem. With starting off, Bandz on the killer. It is Lich on a Dead Dog Saloon. It is Mirage playing killer. On the survivor side, you have Adam, which is Gabu. You have Claudette, which is Zin, and you have Ace, which is Shiaru, and Nia, which is Ask. Now we know this is a very, very, very strong lineup from the side of Requiem, being champions in the region, in multiple leagues around OCE and around Asia. What can we expect? Well, we do have bands who are basically coming back from retirement. In a sense, they are not a newer team. They have a lot of experience behind their back, but we want to see what they can pull out of the hat against a team like Requiem. Now, loading in is Mirage on the Lich, and we're going to be vaulting this window, not breaking any doors quite surprisingly. And we do see stealth out, accidentally someone crossing over. I do believe that was Ace. SH, is that Shiaru? I think that is Shiaru. No, we've opted to chase Zen, who's going to be taking the chase over at 6, dropping that pallet instantly and going to be looping around, maybe making the shack window, and we do see Nia in the background, but we've opted to chase the Nia now. Jumps, are you excited for these matches? What can you expect?
I don't know what to expect for Lich Shed, as we don't get the M1 there. That's pretty unfortunate, actually. Does get the Skeleton M tag M1, so that actually could have been a 2-tap, all things considered, but gonna be able to let Doomsday here, which I believe is fuck, I don't even know. I think it's ASK. Yeah, ASK. He's able to make it all the way up 11 here to that back main pallet, that canna pallet. So honestly, this is gonna be the first chase coming to an end. We do vault that, drop that. So we are playing the short, the long side now. Sorry, even faking it, not gonna get that fake off. So that's gonna be the first down, like I said. All things considered, not a bad first chase. Not really, off the depending on whether hooking down that 9 side as well. So kind of a bad hook spot in my opinion. Not. I don't know. I probably would have dragged main side. I'll be honest. Maybe hook 1. Maybe that's where his pain raises are. That's fair enough. More, but as soon as that bro gets unhooked, he's going shack and then going main. So yeah, it's not looking great for the killer, Mirage. But no, I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be able to commit something and get a free tag or 2 potentially.
Nevertheless, still remembering this is a Lich set, meaning that the first down did happen fairly quickly, and the toilet pallet is dropped but not broken, and we do see the survivors in the background working these generators. He might actually just commit this to second, but he will lose 2 to 3 in the process if he does commit to this now. Just sort of switching through all these abilities at the moment and trying to just basically camp the bro to second. I think that we can safely say that Gabu's gen, even though it was pain res, is being 99 for some reason. I'm not too sure. It's just popping it over at the main building. Now, Mirage. The thing to note is, like, the build, I guess, we got Corrupt Intervention, we have Ruin, we have Pain Res, and we have Undying, all of which are still in the trial. Undying and Ruin. That being said, we are still camping Doomsday, aka Ask, to second stage. It seems like this is going to be happening. I don't think there's really anyone who's here for the pull in time. We do see the aura of, I do believe that is Gabu up in main still, and we do see the pop over at 2 as well. So Claudette going to be rotating around accordingly, and we do see the ace, which is Shiaru, just working 6 at the moment. Not much progress on that, but there's 3 generators gone. Hang on, I have my audio muted for a sec, but this is still really good pressure put up by the survivors here, Jumps. You're right.
I mean, yeah, it was a good death spot off the rip. I can't lie. Again, maybe the hook location just wasn't prime. Maybe not what he needed. I understand pain res and all, but I mean, he shouldn't really be camping this hard as the Lich anyway. He's full committing for it, so obviously trusting his back. There is a bloke here that's just going to wait full out for it. I don't think Mirage actually knows where he is, which is crazy stealthing. All things considered, from Sen, I believe that was behind that rock filler. I'm assuming someone's going to come in soon, but the fact that he's going to sit here and the other 2 are just going to sit gens this whole time, like I don't know. This is genuinely the safest possible way you could play, without overcommitting, I guess, in a sense. I don't know. There's no aggression. There's no, if this trade comes off, he makes shack. Yeah, he's gonna get the trade off. So I'm assuming the bro will hit his hide to shack. No, we're gonna go straight for main. So interesting. Just gonna choose to die full 1. Probably the better decision in the end, anyway.
Ask are gonna have to have the chase
Who's
of his
back?
life, but we're opting to leave and go back to the hook now. So we're playing for freshers. I think he's realized that, with all things considered, that the survivors have enough gen pressure to facilitate getting some outs at the moment. So he's just playing for those extra stages that he can, trying to set a better win con for his team. I actually don't completely hate that idea, but at the same time, do we have any progress on any other generators? And what is our split like, all things considered? We're not too sure. We're going to be seeing the reset happen over at 5, and we do kind of know that's been happening. I think we do anticipate a little bit of a reset. Is that a 3 gen? Do we have?
Yeah.
We had, yeah. Sorry, I completely missed that. We have Gallows. We have 6. We have 7 and 8. Wow, okay, that's actually really holdable, especially with the hook inside of that middle of that 3 gen. My God. Anyway, we do see that will be the ruin out of the game now. So we are basically only working with 1 perk left, which is Pain Res. We have 2 stacks, and they will be on Xiaoru and Gabu. So they are our fresh hooks. This is definitely holdable if you're our killer here. So he definitely can pull it back. I'm quite curious to see what he can pull out of the hat at the moment. Now just filtering through all the abilities, and we're just going to allow that pull to happen free, unfortunately. Not too sure what was happening there. Nevertheless, we're going to be taking the chase back onto the Claudette, and he's going to be running, hauling us to Shack. Does he make it just in time? We're going to be utilizing the skulls and just not quite getting it. The pre-drop of the Shack pallet is going to allow us to rotate all the way to the backside of it, all the way down to main, and this is going to be a generational chase if we decide to commit this, because I do think he dare say he makes those back windows with all things considered. He does fake it. He plays a little bit of the check spot, making the window scot-free. Well done. Well played by Zen. Zen going an absolutely crazy chase right now, dropping down that... Oh, we're not going to drop the pallet. We're going to opt to green that. That is absolutely insane. And just unfortunately not being able to throw that. I do think that was a little bit of ping involved, but we're going to... Nevertheless, we're going to be taking this. Wait, there's a pallet save jobs. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did hear the bro's footsteps running in there, the young Gabu. I knew he'd be there for it. Well played, big fella. Yeah, that was generational from the bros Zen, I believe. Yeah, so that gen will be popping in, I'd say, about 6 seconds. And honestly, bro, well played. Unless they're double splitting, which could be a possibility. They could be on either one of these gens. Which actually, maybe now that I think about it, they might, no, yeah, they were definitely doubling. Well played to Requiem, bro. Was this gonna be 2 stages so far? I'm assuming they get all out free. Still has that Shack pallet as well there. Not choosing to not vault that either, Sharo. So they're going down main. Honestly, bro, that was well played. I knew from the start that I don't know, it's just that you can't really play territorial with 70-second hook campers, bro. Hook timers, my G. It's just you're asking to lose as well, and that was a head-on, I believe, if I'm not smashed as well. So insult to injury, Bullet, just sort of leaving the bro wasted, and Gabu's going to take the body block here as well, and that's going to be 2 stages, unless, unlucky. I don't know if there's any chance he can get off the shoulder. They might play for this. They should play for this. I reckon they do. Yeah, they will. Oh, that's ballsy. That's ballsy. Is Sharu fresh?
Xiaoru is indeed fresh, so if he camps this out, this will be a 6-stage tie condition at the moment. So now just filtering out through the abilities, what can the boys pull off? Are they going to be able to get this unhook and make it? The door's just right there. It's open as well. This is absolutely crazy. They're going for a little bit of a reset over at 10. We have left the hook entirely, and everybody is not injured. They are all healthy. This is very well into our favor if you are the survivor team. Unfortunately, just not quite getting those skulls. I dare say that the unhook will be coming on quite soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. What are we doing, team? We're definitely going for the unhook, and there's going to be a little bit of an endurance effect off that unhook. And now, are we able to body block? No. Unfortunately, that's going to be all survivors out. He's just let that happen scot-free. And there's 4 stages out the door, 3 fresh. That is a really good win concept by the survivors for Requiem. Jams.
That's well played to Requiem, bro. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what I'm assuming ASK will be their killer player. So honestly, we'll just take a really short intermission, and we'll be back in no time.
And welcome back to set 1, match 2, which will be Gabu on the Lich. My God, okay. I love seeing some Gabu gameplay. I love to see it on the side of Requiem. For the survivors, is on Bandz, we have Claudette, which is Mirage, Ace, which is Blaze, Detective Tap, which is Art, and Zarina, which is really... Now, me and Art, we go way back. I know he's a good survivor. I know he'll be able to hold up pretty well as his team. Gabu, definitely one of those stronger killers, and like just being able to play killer. We didn't really get to see Gabu play killer back, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, but I'm so happy we're able to see him now. And playing the Lich out of all killers, like, John, I didn't think that Gabu would have played Lich. Do you think they just kind of threw him in the deep end with that, or do you actually think that he enjoys playing those kind of killers?
I mean, I don't know. I think he's giving it a crack. We were having a yarn during the week, and he said to me, "What do I pick, bro? I have no idea what to pick." I thought he was going to pick some miscellaneous set and go, for like an indoor, but I know this was Dingo's pick, but on the contrary, they picked if I'm not mistaken, I'll grab it up real quick. I don't wanna.
Fight for second set, I think.
They picked Blood, which was interesting. I know they have no, they have G Nizzle, bro. I'm smashed. Nah, they have G
Oh,
Nizzle.
you
Yeah, no,
smashed, bro.
they know what they're talking about, bro. Nah, but yeah, the JP commissioner right now, yeah, he's gonna be doing some, well, the former JP commissioner, I should say, he's gonna be locked in, and honestly, he hasn't really found a first chase. I think Mirage's first chase was already found by now, and maybe already heading down 11 by this point. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Good pressure from the start. Good stealthing, I should say, from the start from the young bros. Well, sorry, the OG bros from Bandz.
Yeah, definitely. And now as we look around this map, what's the win con that we've been achieved? We've been set a 4 hooks, 3 fresh. Now this is definitely doable by Gabri. Just has to find someone early on, down them, camp them out, and then just like the rest is history. But we're going to be seeing really Bandz taking this chase around the water tower over at 5 and just opting to not drop that pallet but get tagged and run straight back to Shack. Really smart dodging the skull. Wait, what? Okay, so not too sure what happened there. Maybe a little bit of desync on the spectator's end. Not too sure. We do know Dead by Daylight loves the bugs, so I'm not really sure what happened there anyway. We could have been pink, could have been anything else. Nevertheless, we will be taking that hook onto Really. I'm going to get so confused reading the names now. I know that's Really, but I'm just going to be saying the team name all the time. Nevertheless, going to be taking chase onto our Detective Tap, who is the man. If there's a man to do fucking long generational chase, it is this guy. He's going to be getting tagged at the window at the bottom, unfortunately, running all the way to the top and utilizing the window and looping at the backside of main. And I think that Gabru knows it. He's going to cut him off, but no, deciding to opt to break this door for what some godforsaken reason. Please, I just hate when people break this door out of all the doors you could have broken in main. Nevertheless, I don't really even think that it makes it much of a less weaker tile, but now we're going to be going back to the unhook where we will potentially find our tunnel out, which was really just working this generator is 2 survivors. We do have Mirage and we do have Really, who had just got reset. They were trying to double that generator, but we just kind of scared them off. It is Gabru. He's going to be now chasing onto Ace, which is Blaze, who's going to be taking chase all the way to the top side of the map. And I'm not too sure which generators have been working on in the background, so I don't really know where the death locations that they want to be taking chase is at the moment, Jumps. But we're having a pretty rough time trying to down anybody at the moment.
Not even the tag there either. Yeah, that door. I'll say this: that breaking of that door down below is only really bad if you're versing players who know how to shift tech. Other than that, it's probably not the best thing to do. I mean, it looks like Bandz is putting it to good use right now, though. As you can see, him chaining those 2 windows together, which is also something else he can do. But gonna play this front main filler as well. No stress on the bro. Just gotta use the hand, and I believe he will go down unless he doesn't make the. Yeah, the ping is gonna be a little bit detrimental. That's, I believe, JP to Ose. So, not too sure what that actually is. I think it's like 130. I could actually be wrong. It could be way higher than that. It could be like 160 even. So, we do see a pop in the background. I do think that was quite a long chase, to be honest. Like a long time in drink, sorry, a long time between drinks to get it down. But honestly, I just can't get past the fact that it's like a 4-stage win con. It should be achievable. Like they would have to play crazy from here on out.
No, yeah, definitely. They will not have to be given tags like that. That is so unfortunate to be hit by the skulls and running all the way to the water tower where there is the active. I just don't really see it happening at this point in time. We're going to be lifting the pallet with the hand, and we're going to be dying straight in the corner to buy as much time as possible. But that will be the 3rd stage at the moment, and that will be the that'll be the 2nd stage onto Really at the moment. So he's on Death Hook, and then why are we running all the way back? Can we go back? Can we not? Look, yeah, no, yeah. We're going to be taking that hook and. Do we get the Hunter bug? Nope. Thank Lord we don't. So we've found 2 survivors just kind of run into the bro at the moment on the shoulders. So I'm not really too sure what was happening there. Tavi, if you could please mute your mic. That is really getting to my ears at the moment. But we're going to be slapping the pallet onto Vecna at the moment and then just holding the pallet with the hand. Claudette not faking the vault and just taking the tag. And now everybody's injured at the moment, Jumps.
Yeah, and this guy Tavi jamming the Battle Cats. What a funny guy. But no, yeah, it was kind of a bad situation for our survivors. 3 or 4 injured. Bandz in chase. I believe he's the death hook, if I'm not mistaken, or might be 2nd. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's gonna have to be a juice to chase. I don't think he has Shack Pellet anymore, if I'm not mistaken. Bolts early. Does Jiggy the Crows. Does have Shack Pellet as well. So able to prolong that chase a little bit longer. Hopefully, they're not resetting. So I think they're just splitting the gens and the bros. He's gonna have to juice up.
No, real talk, real talk. And speaking of real, we are chasing really who will be chasing around this 4 side of the map. Now, there's still 3 stages on the board, and I think we're going to be going down, unfortunately. Not really much to work with. There is injuries everywhere at the moment. This is really upsetting at the moment, as we do need people to be all healthy, and we are getting the reset done. Where that generator popped over at 2, I do believe that is going to be taking this hook on to really, and that will be him out of the trial. And I do say that now we have reached 4 stages with 2 fresh, so we're still on the lead by a 1 fresh hook, but you cannot allow anybody to go down and get hooked. And unfortunately, we have found this reset. We'll be taking the tag onto Blaze, so that was all in vain. Unfortunately, it doesn't really mean anything, and we're getting 2 tapped, and that will be the win for Gabu if he decides to pick up slugging for some godforsaken reason. Please, Gabu, just take that hook and then call it a win. There's the generator popping in the background, and it is the 5th stage of the match.
Yeah, that's going to be the GGs as well, big fella, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, honestly, the quality between the 2 teams is a bit glaring. I think Gabu and his JP Super Team, they're going to need a lot to take them down. Their Requiem are a very, very strong team, actually recently winning DBD Indonesia as well. So yeah, they're quite a strong team at the moment. Especially if you add Gunther into that mix as well, which is even scarier. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite a lineup that needs to be particular. You need to be particular around them, because honestly, they will pick those sets that not everyone likes to play, and on the sets that are are more common, like your Blights, your Billies, even your Onis, I guess in a sense. Shout out Gabu. They're still solid on those as well. And if they bring you to a mid-witch, best of luck, best of luck. So I think it's going to be the end of the game wrapping up here, Hunter. But honestly, well played to Gabu, all things considered.
Yeah, definitely. And just on that note, speaking of Blight, that will be our next set. It is not over just yet, but it is going to be really, really rough, considering that we all know how good Gunther's Blight is. Who will play the Blight for Bandz? I don't really know. So that will be really interesting to see. So hopefully we can pull it back if they were on the side for them. At the moment, it is 1-0-2 Requiem, and we're just going to be playing the rest of the game out. I mean, we still can potentially get some outs, unfortunately, with the rough win con that we were set to achieve by the survivors. We were not able to take away the win. We do see the reset in the background, which was Art and Mirage getting the reset onto Mirage, and I'm not too sure where that would have happened. It was around 3, the 3 section of the map, and we do spot Claudette, who is just roaming around the map. So now in chase is Mirage, going to be taking this God window vault and opting to not take it at the moment, doing a little bit of mind games. Now he slow vaulted, a very smart play by Mirage to slow vault that and just run around the long side, now going to the back of the map behind main at the 12 spot. Not really much for him to work, not really much for him to work around, just having this toilet palette, and can he play it accordingly? Unfortunately for Gabu, not quite getting those skulls, and we're going to be greeting it, okay? We're going to be utilizing the main building, and now opting to kind of cut him off through the bottom side. Can we cut him off unexpectedly? No, he reads it perfectly. He vaults back into the window. Mirage wrapping around the main building, and I dare say the other 2 will be probably just either doubling a generator, then going for the reset, or maybe potentially working separate generators, and we vaulted into the killer. Okay, that's just really bad, unfortunately. Sorry, Mirage.
Fuck, that's upsetting too, because that chase was actually had like potential to be solid, and the bird just jumped into old fella's arms. But yeah, that'll probably. I think that's the bird dead on hook as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's his second. So I think Gabu playing a bit more pub style after that first tunnel out. Standard stuff, spreading the pressure across everybody and just dwindling them resource by resource, hook by hook. Has 2 people, 6, and 1 person in a shack riding it. So he's going to see his bottom right here and hold the cross in a sense, if you will, and striking a chase straight onto Blaze Bandz as well. And I think this is just going to spell a lot more. Oh, well done from the big Blaze.
I think Gabu just kind of forgot to swing there. I definitely saw the opening window, and now we're going to give him a little bit of a smooch at the window and kind of just give him a little bit of a FOV tech. We're going to be running around to the pallet now, and just missing the skulls, unfortunately, is Gabu. Now, this is like a really bad pallet to be playing. Oh my god, hang on, wait. I don't know what happened to my audio, but nevertheless, going down at that pallet, unfortunately, is Blaze. And now that will spell probably the... I want to say that that is his final hook that Gabu's been looking for onto Blaze. And it is, yes, he is out of the trial. That means there's only 2 survivors remaining with 2 generators remaining. Can we get at least one more generator popped? I think we're heading towards that 4K1, but it has potential to be a 4K2 if we have a really quick chase. We know that Mirage is in chase over at 6, and he is injured, so it is a quick tap and then straight back to main if you are on the side of Gabu. So we are struggling a little bit to find Mirage. I mean, he's made a lot of distance considering that he ran around, and then Gabu had to break the pallet in order to catch up. But now we're going to be taking chase onto this wagon and maybe just greeting it. No, not utilizing that pallet, dropping the fillers. We have 3 fillers in this vicinity. It is definitely able to be done to have an absolutely crazy chase from the survivor side. Mirage just pre-dropping the pallet and opting to run away knowing that it's going to be picked up. It's not Mirage, it's Art now, actually. It is Art. Sorry, it's not Mirage. Mirage is actually working over at main. My apologies. So we're going to opt to leave that chase. We know that he's not injured. We know that we're not getting a tag, so we don't really need to let one generator in the background progress even further and get to pop. So we want to try and secure this 4K2 if possible. Gabu playing really well accordingly, and we do hear the Claudette, unfortunately, upstairs main, who will be taking the chase around main, and I just assume that Art is going to be working one of those background generators jumps. Oh, they're head on.
I mean, not really doing too much at the moment, I won't lie. Art probably having the best game on Survivor. Oh, that was classy as well. I'm not sure if that meant anything. That's 4K1 though. Just from that little head-on play from Mirage there, and honestly, yeah, well played to Art and I guess Mirage. Obviously, Mirage knowing a little bit about the Lich, a lot about the Lich, I should say, and you know, as you were saying before, Art's probably really capable on the mechanical side. Bit of an OG player. I've never really seen him myself. Does get mind gamed on that tile there, which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah, probably the 2 standout survivors. They all played really individually quite well, even Bandz and. The Bandz duo, I should say, Blaze and Really, they both played some good chases as well. So well played to Bandz, honestly, for that set. Honestly, Bolo, yeah, just better. It was just more classier from Gunther. Sorry, not Gunther, from Gabu. Sorry, and yeah, Mirage maybe overcamped a lot in the first set, and that's really all there is to it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And 4K1 isn't the most horrible result in the world. You know, it's not expected result, but it is a pretty good performance put up by survivors, all things considered, what they were given in the match. But on that note, we'll be getting the next match set up for you guys, the next set. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Requiem versus Bandz. And yes, we'll see you soon. And welcome back to the Blight set, which is the second set of the second series. Now, I have been misinformed. I have been informed that Gunther is not on Requiem in this tournament, unfortunately. So we do have Clover, though, who is also very, very good on the killer. We have seen them in DBD Indo competing, so that will be quite interesting to see. On the Survivor side, we have Claudette, which is Mirage. We have Ace, which is Blaze. We have Bill, which is Art. And we have Dwight, which is Really. Now, with all things considered, this is Requiem's pick, so they are very, very confident on the Blight, as we have seen in the past, definitely on the Survivor side. But Clover on the Blight, I haven't seen Clover on the Blight. I've seen Clover play Singularity, okay, and I've seen Clover play another killer. I can't remember off the top of my head, but nevertheless, we're going to be loading back into the game. We're going to be breaking that main door as soon as possible. Very nice to get out of the way. And we're going to opt to see if we can see any stealthing survivors at the moment, as you do per start of the game.
Yeah, having a gaze at the cross, that's actually good from Art as well to hide on that row on that tree, block the LOS, because, yeah, very good blights, even just good players in general, will always hold the cross at the start of the game. As no, general survivor macro start of game, 2-2 split up the map, especially a map Gas Haven, such a large map with a large premise, so now that's good to see. Dying Light's a bit crack up from the bro as well, pop eruption. Honestly, hasn't been chasing this whole crop, so well done from Bandz to be able to stealth across the whole map out of crop. They've officially actually gotten out, and Clover's going to spend a bit more extra time looking for a cross, and let's see Scratchmark's finally back main, and I'm assuming we'll not resume, but we'll initiate his first chase. If he finds the person, my god.
Yes, that is indeed, and hopefully we do find someone as soon as possible. Clover a bit struggling at the start of the game and getting... Oh, no! Done it to him! Standing on the edge of the rock is Blaze, not moving a single muscle, and Clover just goes flying off of that rock over at 1. That is insane! And now Blaze going to be playing his pallet, getting the stun! He's having an absolutely generational chase right now. That is absolutely crazy! Oh my lord, and we're just going to be looping this pallet filler at the moment and just struggling to get the first tag. Blaze running away from the pallet now over towards the bottom side of the map. We're going to be utilizing this mid 3 pallet, this nice little filler pallet we have here by the Bridgestone tires, dropping it instantly, going going all the way down to 3, and just we're not going to have any of it. We're going to try and opt to go for a tag on somebody else, Jumps.
Yeah, that was insane. Good shit from the bro Bandz. Mirage gonna give up a free tag there in terms of, from, retaining 4 rushes and a gen pop on 4 eruption on that gen. Makes main. Lovely to see. That's just gonna be a bit longer. Main is super boring to rush in. What am I? Whoa. Couple back bumps there on the bro Clover. I don't know, Clover a bit nervous, a bit shaky. I think the killer I saw him play was Mastermind as well, Boy, to touch up on you before. I could be wrong though. I think he 4K'd as well. Again, could be completely wrong, but we're seeing the bro Mirage play 50s. That was actually a pretty decent chase. An eruption on that gen might mean they not pop it. And the pop is going to be inactive, or sorry, about to be active. Main's popping, that's big actually. 90-90. It wasn't pain, not pain, sorry. He's, sorry. They were pop main, they were 90-90 main, so he would go there, but, decided to go bottom anyway, which was very interesting. But good macro from Mirage there, though. Or not Mirage, Art, I believe that was, maybe? Or Bandz?
Yeah, it was Art not popping the generator over at main, but now we do see it popping. We do see 4 generators remaining in the trial. We're going to take the chase back onto our tunnel out, which is Mirage, and then Art just coming in for the body block, and it's successfully doing so, taking the tag and running straight out of main is both survivors. Now, who does he chase? I dare say he wants the tunnel out, but he's going to opt to chase the Bill at the moment, which is not quite going down at the pallet plane. The checkies not too well, but just barely making that by the skin of his teeth at the moment. And now going back to the generator over at 1, we're taking chase to the active. Unfortunately, going to be breaking that generator at the moment at 1, and now we're going to go back over down to 3. We're going to follow the scratch marks, which will be leading us to more generators that have been finished in the trial, and this has turned to a really rough game for Clover here, Jams.
Oh, pissed on though. Yeah, it's about 150 to 160 all things as well, so they're having a cracking survival performance right now. Mirage is going to go up on the hook. I believe this is going to be his second though, so all things considered, it's not bad. Probably should have had him dead by now, in my opinion. Yeah, this one gen's chugging as well. Free tag as well. Oh my god, how is that? He's just fumbling the easy mechanical errors as well. Blaze is a bit untouchable. Got that invisible bubble around him right now. Kicking this gen as well. I guess just waiting for his eruption on the pop as well, yeah. Nah, it's not looking too good. I'm assuming they've got 2 blokes bottom. Maybe one. Yeah, one bloke has. 2 blokes have to be bottom. I just can't see 3 blokes being top here.
Yeah, definitely. That's all we can really figure out at the moment. Instead, now we're going back to the unhook, which will be Mirage. He is on death hook, so we need him out of the game as soon as possible. We can only imagine that there will be... I think they're kind of splitting up the generators at the moment. No double at the moment, just on the generator over at Shaq. We do have a nice filler pallet here, but we've kind of lost our tunnel out at the moment.
Fuck.
Babysitter coming in clutch again for the 2nd time this week. We saw it happen yesterday, and it's happened again, and we've completely lost the tunnel out. This is absolutely crucial. This is game-losing stuff here, Jumps. It's absolutely insane. We're going to go back to the generator over at 1, and he's going to be able to do it again, and he is able to do it again, but he doesn't fall off this time. Blaze just absolutely able to dodge these hits. He's playing absolutely crazy right now. No balance. Is that balance landing? I'm not too sure. It could have been just a speed boost from the hit, from the cane, but just opting to run around main and just utilize this filler pallet inside the middle and just playing it really well accordingly, being able to make the window. Clovo struggling to get this down at the moment, and he's not going to be able to. Onto Blaze. Now we do find the tunnel out once more. I do think, no, that is really on the Dwight running away from the middle generator, and now we're just in a really bad standstill at the moment. We have no hook. We have generator pressure all around the map. We do know that Shackton is still being worked by Art, and we have lost our tunnel out via Babysitter, which is just sadly disheartening stuff, Jams.
I think this is just going to be 6 or 7, I'll be honest, bro. Clover's looking a bit rusty, bro. I'm not sure. I don't know, I was expecting great things. He needs the eruption now, bro. He needs to commit this. He needs to get the down, and he needs the hook for pop as well. Because these gens are going to be chugging. I don't even know if he can physically get the down before one of these gens pop. I think that the progress is just physically way too high. Does get the M1 mind game with the eruption, though, so that's going to save him a bit of time. Doesn't pick for that. They're choosing to stick it. This is probably not a good decision. SB on the gen as well, so... Oh, they're playing fucking greedy, bro. They want to pop both in his face. I love it. Good shit, boys. This is good to see. Free tag from Mirage, though. This is the tunnel out as well. So Mirage probably shouldn't be playing this ballsy, but fair play.
Definitely a big switch up from the last game, Jumps. It almost begs the question, why did they pick Lich when they played this spell on the Blight set? It's proven to be really rough for Clover at the moment, trying to get the tag, trying to get the down onto our tunnel out. We have found our tunnel out once more injured. Now, if we can quickly get them out of the game, we can take control, but Mirage not going to give it up freely, pre-dropping that filler pallet over in the middle. Art coming in for the body block and is able to do so, just running behind the tunnel out. And now it's going to prove really, really rough for Clover to get this down. The generator in the background procs, and now just kind of getting stuck on the pallet, unfortunately, getting the tag onto Art. He really needs to commit Mirage at this point in time, but maybe, just maybe he might go for some fresh hooks at the moment, because this point in time, I do believe he has lost the ability to 4K before all generators pop jumps. Do say there's a lot of progression on that middle generator. The gen split is really unforgiving at the moment, and he just doesn't have that. He does have the inches on the board, but I don't. Maybe he goes for a slugfest. What do you even do in this point in time?
I don't know. He needs to get it down. Yeah. Was that? If he's chasing, yeah, he probably just needs to commit Bandz at main right now. Unless he's just gonna. It's delaying the inevitable. Yeah, this is good. He needs to commit this, get that down right now in this rush. That's not what we need, big dog. That's just lost him the game. If he gets that down right there, it's possible. I think it's just, yeah. I mean, they didn't pop. He's probably going to slug again, but this means he can't pick through his pop now. He's going to, though. They're getting off the gen. Nah, it just pops, yeah. Yeah, he needed to convert on those rushes there, bro. That's upsetting, because he probably could have got the eruption, got the pop in time. I don't know. It would have been very close, but yeah, I would say missing those rushes just cost him the game. And touching on what you saying before, Buller, as well, I get where you're coming from with the Bandz, maybe not picking Lich. I think Mirage is pretty well renowned on the Lich. I think he's pretty confident on it. I don't think that's a secret. And I think this is more of Clover making a lot more errors than Bandz having crazy chases. Although, with that being said, some of them have had some fucking juices this game, I'll admit that.
Yeah, they definitely have. Just able to dodge around the mechanics and just capitalize on Clover's mistakes is just really just showing to us how well capable these survivors are playing a blight set. Now picking up, I do believe that is really, and he is a fresh hook, so we're going to be able to maybe potentially bring this back to a 5-stage. And I'm not too sure if he makes this. I don't think he makes this. I think this is like a little bit too far out of his repertoire at the moment. He's really close to wiggling off, and if only we had just one hit, maybe, just maybe, we could have got another we could have saved another stage. But we're going to get a trade here. Okay, that is an extra stage. We are going to be slugging. I'm not too sure what the goal is here. No, we're going to be able to take a body block. We're going to take Dwight out the door. And I think that brings it back to 6 stages if we can go back in time and pick... Oh, this is a little bit rough. I'm not too sure. Maybe we can get even more stages potentially. If we decide to down Art here, and can we pick up Art? No, okay, so we pick up really, and really is worth 2 stages at the moment. He is already fresh. So at the moment we're at 4 stages. This will bring us back to 6. If we are able to get the hook onto, I do believe that is Mirage, that is another stage on the board, that will be 7. So all things considered, it's not completely terrible. He has pulled it back in the end game. However, it is still a really, really rough win con for the survivors of Requiem to achieve. That being said, not completely impossible. And we have kind of lost Mirage at this over at that mid side when we downed him, unfortunately. I'm not too sure where he's crawled off to. If we can get like a quick search onto Mirage real quick, please, Mr. Spectator. Thank you very much. We have found Mirage.
He's Deli.
Oh.
And it's close hooks as well with the gate.
No, he's dead. He's definitely...
Is he? Oh, I'm smashed. My bad.
Yeah. Goodbye. So 7 stages, very well played by the survivors, my lord. And Clover, yes, very good at the end to pull it back, unfortunately not being able to capitalize at the start. But with that being said, we'll get the next match set up for you guys. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Things are about to get really, really intense. And welcome back to the second half of the second set, where we'll be seeing the killer of Bandz, which will be Blight. Which will be Blaze, sorry. It'll be Blight, yes. Renato is Gabu on the side for the survivors, which is Requiem. We have Kate, which is Xiao. We have Claudette. Which is Zin. And we have Nia, which is Ask. Now, a very, very strong survivor side. They're definitely more than capable of pulling 6 stages. 6 stages out the door, rather, sorry. Definitely doable. For the side of Blaze, now I don't know too much about Blaze from his killer performances and whatnot, but I do hopefully expect something along the lines of 6 to 9 stages, all things considered. That is the set universal, I guess, win con you would like to see in a game like this. All things considered, without balancing and whatnot, just stock standard stuff. We're going to be roaming straight over towards this 7 side to see if we can spot out any stealth survivors, as you do in the start of a game. Nobody quite around the edge map at the moment. I do say they're all pretty much rotated around or stealthing quite accordingly. We do see Ask, who is stealthing around this edge map tile and doing really well at the moment, but Blaze sniffing them out, definitely knows that they're there and able to get the first tag a lot quicker than the last game. Dropping the pallet is Ask over at Shaq. That is Shaq gone at 5 generators. Oh my lord, if you're a pub player, you're absolutely molding right now. So now we're just going to be taking this chase all the way over down to deep 5 if we can, and we're going to be playing around the rushes accordingly, and just still Blaze playing really, really well to get that first down onto Ask there, Jumps.
Yeah, bro, a few of the Blaze boys were actually going nutty last game. Some mean-ass chasers, mean-ass fuck chasers, but... Nah, that's 3 gen split. This is... You always see Requiem do this, bro. They're always going to triple split unless it's Cold Tower. I love to see it. Honestly, it just depends on how like how free you give the tag. Like, see, I think this is gonna be bad because we're gonna see Zen here giving a free tag, and then somehow he jiggies all the way out, and he doesn't give that free tag. So there's just an example of why triple splitting and being able to play safe in a sense off gens when the hook is close is detrimental. Because again, look at him, they're just triple splitting gens, always triple splitting gens. They just let the bro hang. It's good to see. It's what you should be doing. It's a good way to play. But we do finally get tagged at Shaq here, which is not good. So that's actually quite bad. We get to go back to the hook for free here and just sort of camp it out maybe if he chooses to. Probably will lose Jen in the background for it, expected but he's hooked on pretty much the active, so it's good to see. Hopefully he doesn't let Babysitter run in and pull for free. And oh no, okay, it's for a trade. Thank God, thank God, thank God.
It is going to be a trade, but we're going to opt to slug and continue the tunnel out onto Ask. And now can he have a generational chase like we saw the last time around in the last game? Playing there around these rocks and trees very well, able to dodge all of the Blight's bounces, and now just being able to make this 3 tile with the car pile. And now where do you go from this? He's gone edge map. He's got Opticon edge map. Okay, so we do still have the Z-Ball at our disposal, and just going down, unfortunately, is Ask. And now we're going to be taking the second stage on to him, unless he is the decisive player, which he is not, unfortunately. Do we have Delhi in the game? I'm not too sure if we do or not. Can we just quickly switch over? No, I think this is our Delhi player. Uh-oh, problems team. Okay, this is something that I did manage to pick up earlier, so he is on second stage at the moment. Now, Blaze can definitely capitalize on this with Delhi gone in the game. He's definitely able to... this is kind of looking like a 4K2, 4K1 at the moment if he can hold up the pressure, but able to push these survivors off the generators at the moment once having this hook. We do see the one over at, I do believe that is 10 being done at the moment, and maybe not. I'm not too sure where that generator was, but it was over at the bottom side of the map, or close to it. So we do spot the survivor who would have just completed that. We are kind of just maybe hoping that Ask is just, you know, dead on this hook. We're just trying to camp him out. We're not really... this is a nice hill to scour the map. My God. Okay, I didn't realize this either. This is a very good vantage point to be able to facilitate for that. Now, just going to be going all the way back over to the to the hook to make sure that nobody is going to be able to take this unhook onto Ask. And I don't think they're going to bother with that. Zen might, if he's still around somewhere. We do see pressure applied over in main. Yeah, we do. Actually, I hear footsteps somewhere around here, Jumps. Do you? Am I going crazy? Or yeah, I did. I heard the Claudette going for the save, and now we're going to get that score free and accidentally hitting Ask in the process. That is not going to be a tag. So now we're just going to have to try and just down Ask as soon as possible, but no, going to be able to get that speed boost and all the way down in to main. The FTP coming in as well. Did we get it? No, there's the mend, so it doesn't happen, unfortunately. This is crucial for Blaze. He's still able to get this tunnel out if he's able to get the down, but no, the stun in the middle of the pallet over in main. And now we're just going to pre-drop that dumpster filler and try and run all the way to 11. The body block at the doorway is Shiaru. Very well played by Shiaru. The Kate going to be opting to run away now, and this chase is still being continued on to Ask. Is he able to have even more of a chase at the moment? Remember, there is only 2 stages at the board, on the board, sorry.
Whoa.
And then with the spinner, this is exactly what you need if you're able to beat this on the survivor's end. There's still only 2 stages. This is absolutely crazy. And his only death hook, we need this tunnel out and we need it now, but it's just not happening with the stun of the pallet over at 10. We're going to be running all the way down to 11, but no, opting to go more towards the central side of the map. We are getting the bodies in that we need, maybe. We see the scratch marks over at the side of main, pre-dropping the pallet over at 11, and now we're still getting body blocks. This is absolutely insane. It's going to try to bounce around, but no, unfortunately, missing all the bounces. boxes and jumps. I think you need to take this. I think you need to take this chase away from me. I'm dying over here.
Bro, it's unfortunate because like Bandz actually had a solid start. Blaze had a solid start to this game, but just getting ran through by ASK. It's just not what we needed, bro. I'll be completely honest. But yeah, finally converts on it down to ASK. FTP coming in, so I don't know what the vibes are there. It doesn't really mean anything, brother. We don't have we're gonna live forever allowed, but that was crazy that we even attempted that. Honestly, Jesus Christ, like I don't know what we're up to. Insanity, just absolutely insanity. But that is ASK dead. My God, my God. I fear in the efforts to keep ASK alive, I feel like we've sort of forgotten about the main objective here. But stunned here as well, and what has happened there? And Jesus Louises, I cannot believe that this is actually really close, really, really close.
Yeah, most definitely, Joms. And oh, I think the play at the FTP was initially to take the hook onto Xiaoru, not quite working in our favor. I do think he was trying to go for a body block there, but he was just going to be slugged in the process anyway. So unfortunately, for our Requiem survivors here, the table has turned on our heads at the moment, so we're able to recuperate and bring this game back. Unfortunately, with all of that chaos going on in the background, there was no gen pressure. There was only really one survivor working the generators, and just not enough to be able to do this generator over in the mid side. Now pre-leaving it is Gabu, the Renato, who will be stealthing all the way over at 5. There is a hook in mid. There's a generator in mid. There is Xiaoru all the way edge map, who is still injured. You can't really pull it back at the moment. I feel like you do need to be reset at some point, unless Blaze makes some absolutely godforsaken reason to go all the way down to this generator and absolutely get juiced up. I dare say we're going to be seeing... Oh, no, well, you know what? That's exactly what's happening. I'm not too sure why we're really leaving this hook. We didn't really have any purpose to. We knew that Gabu wasn't really doing anything and that we could have just really let this generator over at 10 for free jumps, because over at the left side of the map, if you're looking at this way, between 1, 3, and somewhere 5, we had like 3 gens in the cluster, so I'm not too sure why we're venturing away from this hook. I think we're just trying to keep the pressure. We still get Xiaoru down in the process, and we're able to take our Pop Goes the Weasel and Eruption over to any of these generators in the middle. So we're very lucky that this wasn't really a chase like we had saw just previously, maybe 2 minutes ago. So we're going to apply this Eruption. The unhook happening onto Xiaoru, that is renewal as well, renewal FTP for those who don't know. So he's able to get a full health state in maybe just about a couple of seconds, pre-dropping that pallet and not quite going down. Very fortunate for the side of the survivors and running away from this filler pallet all the way down into 5. Can he get the healing time? And yes, he does. He knows that he was the renewal and he's opted to leave that chase. Very smart there from Blaze, to see that was happening and just, go back on gen patrol. He has no real reason to just absolutely tunnel Xiaoru, but yeah, all things considered, he's still playing this really well and keeping it under control, Joms.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the side of Requiem. It's not that I'm not liking it. I still don't know why we're egoing this mid gen with Pop Eruption. Like you said before, you have like 6, 3, and 10, like all very splittable. Just split further gens. Again, it's just a bit of ego because they think they can get it when realistically they shouldn't even be playing for it. But yeah, I don't know. It just gives Blaze and Bandz a chance to sort of come back in a sense. Not come back, but it gives him a chance to stay in the game if they're just going to keep egoing it. He gets it down there as well. So again, if they're still on the mid gen, it's just going to be so detrimental unless it pops in the next 4 seconds, which it's not. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh, one of the generators was popping and that was the one at 10, and this mid-gen just isn't going to be able to get done. We have the 3-gen over at the, yeah, that is 4 mid and 5. This is just a really rough generator spawns. I dare say we're looking at a 4K1 if he's able to capitalize on such a fact, but he's not even able to kick that generator anymore, so all things considered. We're at 7 stages, we're at 6 stages, 3 fresh at the moment, 1 stage away from Outer Icon as the killer, and now we're going to opt to see if we can find anybody around that 4 side, sorry, and we don't. But however, we do roam all the way back to the hook so we can try and tunnel out Zen potentially. I just don't really see it happening. He's made everything scot-free, so we're going to take this chase onto Xiaoru, who will be taking chase all the way down to 9, utilizing this filler pallet really well, playing the fake really, really well. And we're going to go for a little bit of a bump in and out, and definitely catching them off guard. That is going to be the tag onto Xiaoru running all the way down to the shack side now, running around the truck filler and just forcing Locker. And if you're forcing Locker at this point in time, I dare say, there must be doubling that generator over in mid, right? Surely we can get a little bit of a rotation. Not yet, not yet, not yet. No. Okay, yes, now we can. Yeah, and that's what I anticipated, is that they would be just absolutely slamming the hell out of that middle generator. Now, the question is, we need to get Xiaoru off the hook if we are to meet the tie condition. We're at tie condition. We can't win the game, but we can at least tie, and that means that we will be going to the Doctor set, which is the tiebreaker of tonight. Now, unfortunately, for Blaze not being able to hit, I do believe that is Zen through that pallet, and I dare say this is going to be another down, maybe, if we can just capitalize on this really quickly. He needs another stage to secure the fact that it's going to be 1-1, because if he doesn't get another stage at the moment and they all get out of the door, it's going to still be a 1-0 with a one tie. So it doesn't even matter if they win the next set. This is still completely doable, and we're going to be coming with the body blocks. Unfortunately for Blaze, are not going to be able to quite get that down onto our survivor there.
Oh.
Getting blind in the process, this is completely doable. They are still able to get out scot-free. Who knows? But utilizing this pallet outside of main as well, this filler pallet, and we're able to make or break all the way down to the middle side of the map.
Oh my god, they're giving him hatch.
No, surely not, surely not. We can do it. Blaze can do it.
He's running him way back to main. Pretty smart, actually, I can't lie. Yeah, this is not going to be hatch, I lied. It's dead. He's just dead. I'm sorry. He's just dead.
Dead hard?
This is...
Dead hard. Can he time it right?
No.
160 ping, no! Just going down. Unfortunate, Xiaoru. But well deserved by Blaze. He played an absolutely sensational game, all things considered, being able to capitalize on a team such as Requiem. Now, what can they do in the Doctor set? Zen, teabag, watch me leave. Is that what's happening right now? Or is he going for the hatch at the moment because he wants to make the... He doesn't know if he makes the door. I think this is a hatch play, and we're going to be seeing him out of the trial. And yes, it is indeed what's happening now. Don't go anywhere. We got Doctor next up. I said it's going to be a long night. It's going to be something ridiculous, like a 6-hour stream, but we're all happy to be here. These games are absolutely insane. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a quick short break. Tiebreakers. We love tiebreakers, team. Definitely when the matches are this good. So right now, it will be the Doctor on the Wretched shop. First up will be Mirage on the Killer for Bandz' side. Now, on the side of Requiem, you do have the goated team of Gabriel on the Renato, Zen on the Claudette, Xiaoru on the Ace, and Ask on the Nia. Now, from what we've seen last game, can they pull it off again in the Doctor set? Now, Doctor being a very low stage killer with a team high of this caliber, I'm suspecting they pull anywhere between 3 to 6 stages, knowing Gabu and how he plays the Doctor, if they are able to capitalize on the mistakes of Mirage. However, Mirage could prove me wrong and tend to 4K them. Who knows? I don't know. Jams, what about you?
I think this is probably one of the strongest Requiem sets they could have got on TB, I'll be completely honest. They're pretty solid on the Doctor. Last time I remember their Doctor set, I think they got like a 4-2 fresh, which is pretty solid. Yeah, I've never seen Mirage play Doctor. I've never really seen Bandz at all, to be really honest with you. But they've been playing pretty well today. Actually, I'll give them the credit as due. They're not just laying down and copying it. They're actually giving Requiem a good game. And a lot of people, think they can win this. I don't know if I'm one of those people, but I guess we'll see with Mirage. We're going to start our first chase at Shack as well. And Gabby's going to make that as well, that vault as well. And him and ASK have been playing crazy. ASK had a generational chase last game. Sort of saved them, and Gabu's there. Speaking of generational, got to make that mid vault 160, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, keep that in mind. So, choosing to leave and I don't know if I want to chase ASK instead, bro. I'll be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I definitely don't if I'm playing the side of Killer. Nevertheless, we will be seeing the chase being onto ASK now, not opting to go for the window. I don't think he really makes that. So very smartly played to be still going around this pallet. And can he dodge the shock in time? No, Gabu going to be taking the hit instead. So we've altered the chase once more in the trial. So I do presume there will be those other survivors working these generators over at the 3 and 1 side. And Gabu taking chase over here for some godforsaken reason now. It's going to allow Mirage to kick the generator and get another tag. So we're giving away free tags at the board. I'm not too sure what we're doing there. Are we trying to cancel the shock there with the swing? I'm not too sure, but instead we're going to play around this T. Kind of getting mind gamed at the moment, but we have the filler to play a little bit safe. Shiaru getting tagged and running all the way down to main in the process. Now we have 2 injured on the board. There's a generator being worked at 3, which is no longer being able to be worked on, mind you, considering that the chase is there. We're preemptively pre-dropping the shack pallet at the moment. Don't really hate that idea. Don't really love it, but it's going to buy us enough distance. But we're just getting absolutely mind gamed at the moment. Not too sure what's happening. Okay, maybe Jumps, you can fill me in on that. I'm not too sure what's happening.
Yeah, that's poor. That's very, very poor. Not much gen pressure as well because of the hit taking and the resetting as well. So really only kind of just a normal start if all things considered. That had potential to be a generational start, but yeah, they sort of decided to reset, and this is the only gen that really has a bit of progress chugging away. So no backup. Excuse me, no backup like a regression, just the eruption in the hand. Does bring the sloppy rapid. I see every doctor and their mum bring sloppy, so bring rapid as well. Sorry, is what I was actually referring to. But sloppy as well, of course, being pretty standard on doctor. But rapid brutality, I've seen it a couple times. I see it most doctor sets, and I don't know, CT gear balancing. It's just such a niche perk to really bring on doctor. I get it, of course, but I don't know. I feel like there's just pain res, where's your pain res? Where's your pop as well? You could have really anything, bro. I think we even have make your choice allowed, bro. Who really knows? But I don't know. I guess the bro just playing safe in his eyes, but not really a lot going on, Buller. I'll be honest. Just a bit of walking back and forth, bit of camping, bit of territorial. This gen's just chugging away here, so we sort of needs to play for a commit on somebody here. I'll be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And as we see the shock and just the leave again, he's just applied eruption to all of these generators, but not quite really committing anything. We do see Shiaru hit second in the background, so that is a really good plus points in our territory if you are the side of Bandz at the moment. Now kicking that gen and eruption is applied onto main also. It's going to be really hard to pull this from the basement unless we have a survivor going there now. We're just waiting for our static blast to come back into our disposal at the moment, taking a little bit of time, but we do roughly kind of know where the survivors are. Yes, there was some gen pressure over at 7 I was going to just elaborate on at the moment, but I don't remember where the second generator was. Nevertheless, we will be still trying. I think we just might camp Shiaru to death here, and that will spell the end of him, and that will be like a tunnel, a camp out necessarily at maybe 2 gens. Yeah, 2 gens remaining now. So all things considered, I don't really know how this game can go. We probably need to get the pull about now, I would say, if we were to do anything crazy. And we are running in at the moment. Gabru running down for his life. He does not make that, I don't think. Does he make that just in time? Can he get the shot? No, he doesn't even need to shock. And he does make the pull just in time. That is crucial. That is the very last second. And now the body blocks. Can Mirage do it? He's not going to be, he's being Pipo fat right now. He's just going to be able to take that tag onto Zen, and that, onto Shiaru, sorry, and that will be him down. That will be Gabru down. Now, this spells absolute trouble. We have Gabru in the basement now. We have Shiaru down. Shiaru on death hook, and this is Gabru out of the game at the moment. We need, so maybe we just sit generators at this point and just make sure that we don't even bother going for Gabru, and we can try, but the generators are literally all around this hook. This is absolutely dire for our survivors at the moment. We see the generator all the way behind main over there. We do see 1-3. So the 3 gen necessarily is around the shack. It is 3, it is 5, it is 6. That is what? That is insane. Okay, so if we can hook Gabru at the moment, not too sure where he's really crawled off to. Okay, this is not very good for Mirage at the moment. I don't even know if he really remembers, but Gabru's already crawled out of the shack. Okay, this is really good for us. And then we see the generator over behind main popping, and this last one over here at 3 not being able to be worked on now that we take a chase around the crane at the moment. And now we're going to utilize the static blast to see if we can find any more of the roaming survivors. We don't even find Gabru on the floor because he's out of range at the moment, and Mirage has no info on where he could have been. He knows to check over at 7 because that's the only place that realistically Gabru could only crawl to, and he does find him over at the broken tile, this little matchstick tile over at 6 here, and taking on the hook onto him. Now this isn't undoable by this isn't not doable by Ask and Zen, but they do have to manage somehow to get Gabru off the hook and take chase away from the generators if they're able to pull this back, Jumps.
I mean, 3 is pretty high, I'll be honest. Like, it's doable. Like, quick pull onto Gabru expected. And I think this is just going to be a tag, and I don't know if he'll choose to go back or full commit this. It'll be interesting to see. Um, it looks like he wants to go back, so I don't know what he wants. What does he want? I think, nah, he's going to choose to commit, which is probably interesting, bro. I can't lie. It probably is the play. No, he wants to go back. My God, make up your mind, bloke. And there's a bloke here, 6, and I think he's walking back to the gen. He's trying to bait him in, which is probably pretty smart from Mirage, I'll be honest. And yeah, the bro Zen is just stuck here at Shack, and if he dies in these gens, bro, if you die on these gens, Gibbsy, if you die on these gens, you know, it's pretty bad. I won't lie.
No way you're throwing the Gibbsy shake. We're able to make that vault into the matchstick tile over at 6. Are we going to be able to make some distance from that? I don't think so. We're going to be opting to loop around again, and we're going to be caught out in the Shack. I dare say he's going to be going down at this point in time. Zen going to have to try to live as long as he can. I just don't see it happening. Wait, we get the gen popped in the background. I didn't even see it. It was just under our noses, and we're able to take a body onto Zen as well. Gabu running away from that now. We're going to opt to go for the gate at 3, but we're taking chase over there, so that leads me to believe that nobody is working that gate over at 3. Well, actually, we are, and we're doing it straight in the killer's face. We pre-drop the pallet over at 3. We're going down at the car pile, not able to take the body block is Ask. Ask is going to have to roam off the gate at the moment, and Gabu's going to have to rotate for 6. He's going to have to last a little bit longer in chase, but maybe does Gabu go for the pickup? Who knows? At the moment, we're just getting hit by, Ask is just getting hit at this LNT, and he's going to be running away, and that means that Ask and Gabu are all injured at the moment, so they're definitely able to be downed and slugged for the 4K0. Can Mirage do it? We're not too sure. We want to see outs, but we also want to see a 4K0. We want to see Mirage play well, but we want to see the survivors get out at the moment. And we're roaming all the way back down to the door at 3. The pallet's still up. If he kicks this, he's zoned. But we decided not to kick it. We opt not to kick it. We get the pickup over from Gabu onto Zen. Unfortunately, just going down in the process, and he's just going to run all the way down to edge map 1. And I dare say he's going down instantly if he isn't able to make this pallet. But I think that he is, given all things considered. We're going to go for the blind, and he's just running, absolutely running for his life, and unfortunately getting hit. And that will be Gabu down as well. Ask, where are you? What are you doing at the moment? Can we get a quick switch around to what the survivor might be doing in this point in time? We do see him around Shack. He's flabbergasted. He doesn't know what to do at this point. Does he do the door? Does he go for the saves? He just needs to. He's going for the pickup onto Gabu. This is really risky, and I think that maybe, just maybe, Mirage might pick up on this after he's hooked Zen and go straight back down to the reset that's going to be happening over the bottom side. I don't like this idea. Honestly, I think we should have tried to take asking Gabu out of the gate as quickly as possible. All things considered, I don't know if it was possible. I guess, you know, I'm not part of their macro. I'm not a part of what I think is best for them. But Jarms, what are you doing in this situation? This is really hard for Ask to pull back now. I don't think he can do it. He needs to get a gate open and escape, or this is looking like a 4K0.
I don't know what he should do, bro. He probably should just take the 9 stages. 3 fresh. Yeah, these hooks are way too close with him injured. It's literally probably not possible unless he gets a sneaky jiggy pull. Yeah, that's just gonna be 9 stages, bro. Which, well played, Mirage, bro. That's probably exceeded his expectations. He's you know, put on the red panties, baby. That's a great result.
No, that is definitely a great result, and you love to see it from the side of Mirage, on the side of Bandz. They are definitely able to pull this game back from what seemed to be so one-sided at the beginning. My, oh my, are we in for a treat for the next game? Stay tuned to see what the killer of Requiem can do to pull this back for his team. We'll be right back after a quick, short break. Welcome back, everyone, where we'll be seeing Gabu on the killer for Requiem on the Doctor set. On the survivor side of Bandz, you have Dwight, which is Really, you have Nancy, which is Val, you have Ace, which is Blaze, and you have Renato, which is Art. What do the survivors need? They need 8 they would need the killer to get 8 stages, so they need 4 stages out the door. Killer needs 10 stages. So like the Tycon is 9 stages, 3 fresh. Can Gabu meet it on the Doctor? It is a tall order for a team that's just came back into combat. They're capable of. This is completely doable for them to take home the set. And if they do, they will be taking home the set away from Requiem, which is just absolutely bizarre to me. They are the underdogs, and they have played absolutely so well. Now, loading into the match, we do see Blaze spawn in, but I would love to know where the killer is at the moment. So we do see where Val is. We do see all the other survivors as well. We're taking chase onto Shack, and I'm not too sure who's really in chase at the moment, but it does sound like the Renato, which is Art, and he's going to be going to the backside of Shack, but Gabu not realizing he doesn't really want any of it. He's going to see if he can find something that opts to go a little bit more in his favor. I think that he might chase maybe somebody who's just running around these corrupted generators over at 8 to mid 10 jumps.
Yeah, it's looking like a decent first chase. I hope they're triple splitting as well, on the bottom gens as well, because last set we took, sorry, last game we took a couple of tanks off the rip, and it just didn't really cost because we had a sloppy reset. It just wasn't worth it in the end. So I'm going to see if they're going to take a more, how would you say, like a more broad approach to this game, and sort of just trying to send it puppy style in a sense, if you will, and kind of just have good chases, good death locations, stuff like that. Because I don't think body blocking with 10 stage win con, it just kind of gives him a chance to get back in. It's very achievable. 10 stages on the doctor is like this should just be happening every day. Yeah, Gabby gets a bit lost at this match. The bro going a bit crazy. Blaze had a couple good chases today, Bullo, and very interesting lineup. I think this is probably Vel's first game, and finally do get our first tag there. Everyone and their dad brings rapid brutality. Agi as well was huge on the bro. Agi painter which is probably good for good safe comfort for Gabu. I can't lie.
I think rapid brutality is just that comfort perk that all doctors are loving to see. We see the stun onto Gabu, and Blaze will be able to make tech his distance away from that. Now he's gone all the way down to 6, all the way down to 7. He's able to play this jungle gym now, greeting the pallet accordingly and playing it very well now, vaulting the window. Not really sure where to shock at the moment is Gabu, and he's just kind of getting a little bit lost in the source. Pre-dropping the pallet is Blaze, going to be running still around this jungle gym pallet. I think he's going to opt to maybe die around 5 because there's not really much for him to work with at the moment, and that is exactly what he's doing. He's dragging him all the way edge map 5 into the corner. We do see the first generator of the trial proc in the background, and now we will be seeing the down onto him. Can we get the down? We are taking a little bit of time, so played the rock quite well, if I might say so myself, picking up Blaze now, and that's going to be the first hook onto the trial. Now, just to see where all the other survivors are before we get the hook onto Blaze at the moment, we do see Nancy, your power Vow, just working that generator all the way over at the truck, which is mid 2. We're going to be seeing the Renato work the generator over in mid, and we do see the Dwight going to double the generator with that. That is really an art at the moment, doubling that main generator with just your power Vow just sticking around this truck. I think he might try to opt to go for the save here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite too sure, but we do get the kick and the no eruption. Okay, never mind, I stand corrected. No eruption this game. There is rapid brutality and agitation. Very interesting at the moment that we've chosen 2 comfort perks to go along with this build. So nevertheless, we'll be taking the chase onto these scratch marks here, which is the Dwight, which is really who's going to be taking chase all the way down to 8. And no, we don't want any of it. We're just going to go all the way back, and I do believe that if my eyesight serves me correctly, if I just squint hard enough, I do believe that is art. Maybe, I'm not too sure. We do see the unhook, and I do think that was Val going for it. Now we're going to just go up to get this tunnel out of the game nice and quickly. It's only one stage on the board, one stage on the board, 2 generators already procced in the trial. The body block coming in. This is definitely doable by the survivors here, Jumps. I'm panicking at the little bit at the moment because I'm not too sure if Gab is going to be able to make this. My tipping.
Yeah, the tipping definitely, indeed. No, this is like very, very well played from Bandz, bro. I'm honestly shocked. Like they're playing well, bro. Like I'm not even gonna hate him. Like real shit. It's honestly really impressive to see because I think Requiem are one of the strongest teams in the tournament, bro. And like to see the way these guys are playing against them. Always, we do get caught out at the tile there. Not paying attention. Oh, we're going for a body block actually, a bit unlucky. But yeah, the cycling hit tank's very lovely. 4K3 at the moment. 4K3. Sorry, what am I yapping? 3 gens at the moment left in the game, and 2 injuries on the board. 1 slugged as well, which is could be a good spot for Gabu depending on how he plays. He does need to meet that 10 stage requirement as well. But all things considered, they are playing tremendously, bro.
They definitely are. I love it. I love it. I love it. Close games is what we're all about here at OSL. And now we're going to be taking the hook onto Art, which just will spell the second stage at the moment, the second fresh of the trial. Now, yeah, like you said, needs 10. It's 10 stages. This is a very tall order for a doctor set, especially with a game as high caliber and high paced as this. Now we're going for we're opting for the double reset onto Val at the moment, and I don't completely hate that idea because everybody in the trial is now healthy, and if we can get into safe positions at the moment, given that this generator is the only most progressed at the map, we can still just have an absolutely, like you'd like to say, generational chase around these tiles, and I do think we're going to be getting hit here, unfortunately, just going a little bit more to the top side of the map after taking said tag, but no, we're just going to opt to leave that now. not chase them. We're going to go back to the hook and secure maybe the second stage onto Art. I don't completely hate that idea. I'm trying to get Art out of the game as soon as possible. We do need a tunnel out as soon as possible. And we do see the rotating survivors for the unhook. Two, they're coming in for the double. This is interesting to note now. Very hard to get a single unhook from the in a doctor set. Definitely getting the shock, and you see now why it is you need 2 survivors to go for this double unhook. Getting 2 survivors caught out in the process. He's going to keep shocking them until maybe they hit second stage. Maybe just no. He gets the he gets the prompt just as he's about to second. That's crazy. They were about, I think about like 5 more seconds, and that would have been really bad for the survivors. But now taking this tag is Avow. He's going to be running all the way to the central side of the map, and once again we have lost the tunnel out, and this is looking absolutely dire for Gabriel at the moment. There's 2 stages still remaining only, and there is only 2 generators remaining in the trial. It looks like that the survivor team of Bandz is able to make it, and no way he does not get hit through that. That was a little bit of ping. I did see him skip across the map. Oh my god, check him PC. Maybe he hacking. I'm not too sure, but we're going to be taking this chase onto the matchstick tiles. It's Vow and just getting caught, unfortunately, not being able to make that window, and this is going to be the 3rd hook of the trial if we pick up we're opting to slug here, Jumps.
What can I say? It's a perfect depth location in a sense. He's going to have to slug, bro. They're resetting too. Does have the shock, so this needs to be a big shock. Does find the reset. Needs to, you know, abduct them and lock the bro up here real quick, because this is going to get out of hand if he doesn't get it down right now, bro. Art's in chase, and yeah, bro, I'm not too sure how the gen pressure's looking. I can't lie. There's been a lot of resetting that's happening. Now that's going to be Art down on the ground as well. Does have a nice 3-gen bottom, and I'm assuming you'll drag this Agi all the way into that deep 6. And yeah, this is where you sort of chill out a bit and how do you say, you have to just play territorial at the moment. Now they're all gonna commit to reset here. I mean, they have to, maybe even triple reset. Bandz needs to set up for something. Really needs to set up for something. Whether it's a gen, whether it's a pull, something. They need to commit to something. But him going top here is interesting. No, okay, he's just trying to get his shock value. But we do find the bro out here at 4, Hunter. So this is not really a good spot to be in if he goes down. I'll be completely honest. They might get carried away and throw it here.
Let's hope that's not the case for the sake of Bandz. Hopefully they can try to just hold on to whatever lead they have at the moment. It is looking extremely in their favor still. Nevertheless, we will be taking the chase onto Blaze, who's going to have to work some magic around these matchstick tiles at the moment. Not quite getting shocked there and able to stay alive. Vow coming in for the body is going to be running more central towards the map. Now getting tagged and running away into the middle of the map. Now almost everybody is injured. We have 3 out of 4 survivors injured. We can just like take it down here on one of the fresh survivors and we're back in the game if you're on the side of Gabri here. Alternatively, you can find Renato, which is our death hook, which is Art. So he's just stealthing around the map, probably trying to get reset at the moment. Now we're continuing on the chase onto Val, and this is really deep away from the generators at the moment. We're going to utilize the rock filler, playing around this really nicely, and I dare say he's going to be going down. No, and we've missed them. We've whiffed again, unfortunately. Gabri, what is happening? That is twice in the game now. Just taking this corner down as well, picking up now. Do we have enough gen pressure to facilitate for the win con? Question mark. Spectator, can we? No, okay, we see the reset off in the background. If you're paying attention to the avatar icons, we do get the hook onto our Nancy here, and we're able to take control of the game once more. The generators are in a nice cluster. This is definitely still doable for Gabri if we don't have enough pressure on the board, but we do see the 2 survivors just opting to go for this double save at the moment, so it's not completely out of his repertoire to move away from this hook. So we're just going to be doing a little bit of looping around the backside of main. I think this is going to be a tag onto Art because I don't really think that he makes anything besides this window. He's going to fake the window. Not too sure what was going to happen there. I think he just should have took the window, in all honesty. I think it was anticipating a little bit of a shock. Nevertheless, we're going to be taking chase around this car, this covered up car, and unfortunately just getting hit. This is just not what you need if you're the survivors. This is kind of put the game back into Gabri's hands, I would say, Joms.
Yeah, Agi full bottom. I think this might be pain res now. Not too sure, but we are committing to a full reset top. Oh no, Art's dead on hook, my bad. That was poor from me. They are gonna get found with the shock as well, so they kind of need to perform. Someone needs to have a juicer chase, and I hope really sitting his ass on a gen down at like, yeah, if he has to leave, he has to go check Shaq to play safe. It's 4K winnable, but it is also breakable. My God, what a close set. What a close bloody set.
I am actually visibly sweating right now. I don't actually know what's going to happen. So now we're taking chase onto the Dwight, which is the only survivor in the game who is not injured. So if we can get a quick tag and a quick down onto him, I do believe he is the fresh hook. Yes, really is the fresh hook. So if we can get him on a hook at least and find the injured survivors. He's going to run away from these generators at the moment. But yeah, that'll definitely aid us in outside of Killer here if we can find those 2 survivors just after we get this down. But he's just not going to make it easy for him. He's doing a really good amount of looping around these matchsticks, all things considered, and I think that he makes that window. He's going to have to fake that. That is Gabu, that being said, and we're going to see him go down in the process. Now, are they just doubling that as injured? He's going to slug this and go back to the generators. No, surely you slug that and go back to the generators and use Static Blast. Does he have Static Blast in his repertoire? Does he? He does. What's he doing? No, please, no, no. Okay, well, okay, so it's not completely over yet. What is the stages looking like at the moment? It is 4 fresh, 6 stages. This will go down to the wire. He can still down these last 2 after that pop. I am panicking. I'm just not too sure what's going to happen right now. I'm half and half. I'm torn. I don't know who I want to win anymore, Jumps. They're going for the reset at behind of main, and we do see somebody stealth shack. Nobody's on the door at the moment, so it's still doable. Can they buy enough time for the reset to happen all the way at the backside of the map? The top side. We see... oh...
He's gonna peek, bro. No, he's slugging as well. No, he's peeking. Oh, doesn't want to take the chance. I think he's gonna try and play the zoning game. They know he knows. I mean, realistically, I think these 2 just split. It's gonna be hard. He's gonna just hold cross here. Yeah, you see Blaze running all the way to down 9. Really, he's running there too. So they are gonna commit a reset. Gabri's cut them off here as well. So it does have shock value. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's no gate down 9 side, so he might have to bait the bro in here. He's going to commit for a little bit, and I think the bro has to rotate for pool, and he knows this, so he's just going to play as long as he's doubling back now, trying to bait him in. Does see the bro rotating, so this is bad. This is very, very bad, but I don't remember what the progress on 4 was. I think it might be about 40, so this chase has to be pretty quick before, I guess, Blaze rotates in for the pool on Vel.
Yeah, I do think that the 3 gate was over 1 lighted, so... Going to be taking this fault a little preemptively is Dwight. Really, he has 2 stages at the moment. So if he camps Dwight out now, unfortunately for Bandz, Requiem does win the set. If Dwight dies on this hook, this will be going down straight to the wire again. They pull something out of the hat. Now they're both injured and not able to get the reset. If we can just get a quick down on one of our survivors here, that will spell trouble for them, and that will spell the end of the game in that regard. Now we're taking the shock onto, I guess like all Gabba really has to do is play a little bit more defensive here. We're able to run away out of range, which is really smart there by Blaze. We still got Val over at the 5 side of the map, just kind of sitting there, not being able to do a whole lot. Yeah, he just needs to camp him out and he wins at the moment. This is really unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think they can really pull this back. They don't have enough time to reset. They don't have enough time to get 1 gate open. If Gabu just sits there and just makes sure that really dies on that hook there, they win the set. That's absolutely insane. This has gone to the absolute one. I've loved every second of it.
Yeah, well played to both sides, bro. This was... We've had some close games, bro, like, over this past weekend. So well played to all the teams that have played... Again, with those final 3 games coming in, if you haven't had your bye yet, that means you only have 2 games left. So every game does matter, bro. They're choosing to take the out. Blaze is just leaving, and I believe this is the win for Requiem, bro, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, what did you say in that last bit? My Discord went all funny. I didn't manage to catch what you said. I do apologize.
Blaze has died on hook.
Yep.
Sorry, Blaze is left, and really has died on hook. So I believe that's just the set. Win to Requiem, bro, if I'm not mistaken.
It is by fresh hook. By fresh hook. That is absolutely insane. They're tied on stages, but they win by fresh hook, which is absolutely... Oh, it's a relieved pressure from Gabu. He doesn't really have to worry. He has taken home the set. Congratulations to Requiem. Very, very well played by Bandz to bring that back and just make it such an enjoyable set to watch. That being said, we'll be moving on to the next series of the night, which is Fredo and Kaito Kids. But, Jams, we have some unfortunate news. We will not be here to cast it, unfortunately. We will be leaving, and we will be introducing the new casters tonight, which is Tavi and Old Mate. So give it up for them. They are, well, Tavi's not brand new to casting. We all know Tavi the GOAT, but Old Mate will be his very first game. So all things considered, very well played to the teams of tonight that we have decided to watch and cast with all you lovely people. Jumps, is there any final words you want to say before we shoot off for the night?
Bye.
Bye-bye.